Greetings everyone, my name is Etterville, and I welcome you all to my mostly blind let's play of Hovership Havoc, a mostly top-down twin-stick shooter developed and published by Snowday Software. For full disclosure, I received the key from the developer through Woovit in order to let's play this title. So without further ado, let's begin. I'll start out by playing with the laser blaster, as it's the jack of all trades. I've experienced using it for my let's try of the alpha demo of this game. I will use the other ship classes in the future. I'll be playing this game using a keyboard, so here's a quick rundown of the controls. WASD the keys to move, hold down the left mouse button to fire, hold down the right mouse button to focus, left shift to use the speed burst ability, and Q and E to use abilities 1 and 2 once I acquire them. Here's our first ability, Mini Rockets. Launch a wave of small rockets forward, dealing small explosive damage to enemies. On the top left part of our screen is our health bar, and below it is our current weapon's heat meter. If our weapon overheats, we're forced to wait for it to cool down, leaving us defenseless, unless we use an ability or have an ability already running. And that's different, we have a teleportation animation. Instead of the ship actually just flying over to the next room. So the objectives of all these rooms are to destroy all the enemies and the energy cores. Another nice feature of the speed burst ability is that it grants you temporary iframes. I'll probably replace that with another ability in the future. During the alpha demo of this game, there were only 5 rooms before I faced off against the first boss. Let's see if it holds true here as well. You may have also noticed that the energy cores spawn in even if you don't destroy all the enemies. Oh, this is a bad spot. Some of the room structures don't work well with certain ship classes. This is the jack of all trades. My biggest enemies are the missile launchers, especially because of how they're... Some of my biggest enemies are these rocket turrets, as they're rather durable and their rockets deal quite a bit of damage per hit. I think this is the final room, then I'll face off against the boss. As I was saying, you can end the rooms early by destroying the energy cores that spawn in. However, you'll lose out on the energy cores you could have gotten. Ah, seriously, I got cornered. Oh well, I knew that was gonna happen. It feels like the final game has been increased in difficulty compared to the demo. So now I can upgrade my hovership stats. The main ones that I'll upgrade are my shot rate, my weapon damage, and my weapon cooldown. And perhaps my speed, that'll be handy too. Playthrough number 2. Let's hope that I actually make it to the boss battle this time. All these rooms and enemy patterns are randomly generated. As I was saying earlier, I can end these rooms early by destroying these energy cores, but then I'll miss out on collecting these orbs dropped by the enemies, and these are used for upgrading my stats at the end of every level, as well as at the beginning of every run. I just wish the speed burst ability by default was stronger. Let's see this ability. Sometimes when you collect these pickups, they actually have straight up stat upgrades. But what I really like is a fire rate or range upgrade, or even perhaps a damage upgrade. Let's just get out of here. These rocket turrets are too durable. No thanks, I'd rather have the shield and the drone bomber. In the alpha demo, my base damage was 7 points per hit, but here it's only 5 points per hit. That's one of the reasons why it's more difficult. Plus, the hordes of enemies are larger in number. As another important note, Some rooms may have more than one energy core to destroy. We can see the number of energy cores we need to destroy by this indicator on the top right part of the screen. And at the bottom of the screen is the list of our 3 abilities as well as their cooldowns. And that's the end of level 1. It only had 5 rooms. I would have succeeded during my last playthrough had some of the enemy patterns not been unfortunately hard to dodge, and if I didn't get cornered as much. Oh, never mind, we don't encounter the boss yet. We just moved on to level 2. In the original demo, once we completed level 1, we immediately moved on to the first boss battle. At least when you complete a level, your health is restored to full. And as you saw, once you complete a level, you can apply all those orbs into upgrading your stats. However, those stat upgrades are temporary to your current run. They do not persist to your next run. That seems to be more handy than the drone bomber. It even deletes the rockets. See what I mean by getting cornered? I feel the starting damage I deal with my base weapon is too weak. It really feels like I start out by firing a pea shooter spread gun for this ship class. Or perhaps I start out with higher HP, that'd be handy too. Then again, to fully realize the laser blaster's potential, I need to get up close and personal with these enemies. Then I can essentially shotgun them to death. Otherwise, the individual shots aren't that powerful. 1 or 2 more rooms left. Every level has more rooms that you have to go through. And you can't see where the enemies will spawn in thanks to those red circles. Lightning attack. Sure, I'll replace the damage shield with it. That seems to be handy. And running into enemies will deal damage to you. 1 more room left, I hope. There's no progress meter on the bottom or anywhere. I wish there was on screen. Yeah, that'll be handy. Oh no, the rocket turrets. The most dangerous enemy in this game so far. I'm out of here. That's the end of this level. So let's see. I think this will be good. Now we're on to the boss battle. This is the same boss I fought in the alpha demo. Machine boss. Getting close and attack the boss. That was the best strategy during the demo as well. Remember when I said this game is mostly top down? The boss battles take place in third person. It has quite a bit more health though. Actually no, it has the same amount of health. It feels like it has more health as my base damage has been nerfed. And that's the machine boss destroyed. Honestly, the 2 levels preceding the boss were much harder. I strongly believe that the leveling up your ship will increase the base number of gears you have before you start the run. So let's see, what do I want? More cooldown now. So far so good. Now we're in the industrial zone. I really need more base damage. I probably should have picked the Hovership class with greater base damage and greater range. I was hoping that the Jack-of-all-trades ship would be better, but I guess not. Oh goody, a mobile missile firing mech now. And they even have temporary shields. I'll try destroying them, but if I take too much damage, I'll try getting out of here early. Once again, I wish there was an orb counter on screen, so I knew how much experience and money I was getting. Experience is used for leveling up your hovership class, and the orbs are used for upgrading your stats, at least from what I've gathered so far. That'll be handy. I wish these arenas were a bit bigger too. It really feels that these rooms are a bit too constrained, especially with the number of enemies and projectiles that can spawn in. You may have noticed that sometimes the amount of damage they deal is doubled, with the red damage number being doubled. That is a critical hit. Oh, some of these room structures. The other problem is that this ship has quite a bit of inertia and weight, so I can't easily change direction unless I use the speed burst ability. And there doesn't seem to be any health pickups between the levels. No, that wasn't really useful. One or two more rooms left. I'm stuck. I got pushed into a corner there. I wish these ships were more nimble. At least my laser blaster is up to level 4 now. So in the next part, I'll try another playthrough using the laser blaster, and hopefully I'll make it further. Well then, thanks for watching, and have a nice day. Toodles!